thank you for joining me today for another episode of Inspirations. That's my podcast about knitting, about yarn dyeing. My name is Christelle, and this is episode 16 of season 6. If you're new to the podcast, there's a new episode every week on Mondays afternoons around 5 p.m. I'm updating my online shop. It's on Etsy every Monday afternoon as well. So there's a shop update today, okay? And there's a newsletter sent out every Monday afternoon. That's the best way to keep in touch with my business, to know what's new in the shop, when is the next shop update, or if there's an item you'd like to have news on. It's the best way to get all the useful information. So today, I wanted to touch base with you again on the Advent calendar, because I told you that the shop update for the June colorway of the Sock Knitter's Almanac will be on the 6th of June, but I slept on it, and actually it's not possible, because I will be in Porto. I'm leaving on the 2nd of June, back on the 5th, so I won't be home to, shoot the podcast, edit the podcast, upload the podcast, and so on and so forth. So it's not going to happen, guys. So it has to be today, okay? That's why I'm just, advancing everything by a week, because it's not going to be workable. It's not going to work. So I'm going to share with you in a few minutes the colorway of the Sock Knitter's Almanac. And about the Advent calendar, so the sale is still, the pre-sale is still scheduled for tomorrow, 7 p.m. Paris time. So I'm going to just do a quick reminder about this. So tomorrow, if you're a newsletter subscriber, you will receive at 7 p.m. Paris time a newsletter with a link that will take you directly to the pre-inscriptions. So that's the pre-order form for the Advent calendar. You'll get all the useful info on the form, and once you've filled out the form and sent it, this is like a pre-order, a firm pre-order. You will receive later in June, I think a PayPal invoice or news from me to let you know how to pay for your calendar. But this first step, there's no payment involved yet, okay? So also I had a few questions about the pattern included in the Advent calendar. So yes, there's a pattern again this year. I cannot tell you much about it though, because it's a mystery cow, okay? What I can tell you is that it's going to be between a shawl and a stole, okay? And that's it. Sorry guys, it's going to use the 24 colors of the Tricot Stitch 2023 Advent calendar, and that's it. That's all I can tell you guys, sorry. Otherwise it wouldn't be a mystery, right? So yeah, quite excited about this one. Okay, so that's it for the Advent calendar. Now about the Sock Knitter's Almanac colorway for this month. So you remember last month it was street art. It was kind of an explosion of colors. It was neon, it was bright, it was beautiful. But this month I wanted something more dark and mysterious, okay? So I've decided I wanted something a bit actually this is the mood board, okay? So I wanted something to have kind of a magic feel to it, and I think, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the colorway looks. I'm going to share it with you right now. So this is a colorway for this month. It's called Fairy Tale, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to have something maybe, you know, less bright, more on the dark and subdued side, but still with lots of different hues in it, different shades, maybe I should say, and lots of different colors, so lots of vibrant speckles, but something like, you know, it's like actually it inspires me like a fairy tale. You see, sometimes fairy tales can be a bit bloody. I'm thinking Grimm, for example. This has me thinking about the Shadow and Bone series, you know, the Grisha series of books, and on Netflix. I've read the books a few years back, and I really like the show on Netflix. I think it's very good. This is the vibe, okay? This is the vibe. This is on Nurex, and I wanted to have very bright red speckles on this, and the base is kind of gray with different shades of gray. You have blue grays, like purple grays, green grays. You see, you have lots of different gray can be a lot of things, can really be warm or very cold. You have, yeah, and this is an extra fine fingering, and then you have this very warm heart of the skein, which is like a warm rust. I think it's going to be a very lively colorway once knitted up. This is on BFL and silk, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous on BFL and silk. This is on Nurex, no, Stellina, sorry. And this is on MCN. So pre-orders are open in the Etsy shop, across all bases in the shop, not just sock bases. You have mohair and silk, you have DK, you have a lot more sock bases as well. And if you don't see the bases that you'd like, you can always DM me on Etsy, and I can tell you what you'd like. It's possible. And then I'm going to show you the companion colorway. I'm not going to say contrasting colorway because it's really not contrasting at all. It's more a companion colorway to this month, and it's called Moonchild. So that's fairy tale and Moonchild. You could almost write a story with that, right? So this is Moonchild, and it's a lovely, lovely gray with a lot of visual interest, like lots of speckles, gray, black, but also the tiniest hint of, you know, red moon, like when in French we say lune rousse, like redhead moon, or rust moon. I think you say blood moon. So this is on Nurex. Oops, time to fetch the kids. This is on BFL and silk. This is on MCN. This is on Stellina. And you can see here, just the tiniest hint of beige, very light rust, and extra thin fingering. And so the idea for this month's colorway was actually to have something you could fade into one another, and that's what I was hoping to do actually with the pattern I'm going to design for this month, for the month of June. I wanted to fade the two colorways in a sock, so I think those two would fade beautifully, and I totally imagine myself knitting a sweater, starting with one and very slowly fading into the other one and finishing with the other one. And I think I'm going to, you know, look for patterns, but I have quite the clear idea about what I want, and I'm going to see if I find a pattern that could work out beautifully as I would like with the yarn. This is extra thin fingering, so the two together. Maybe a couple more. Lurex is really gorgeous also on both colorways. Yeah, so those are the colorways. If you wish to know more about them, as always, I'm writing a blog post on my website, letting you know more about the dyeing process, about the inspiration, about the suggestion of a sock pattern for the month, and so on and so forth. MCN. And yeah, and that's it for this colorway. It's in the shop as a pre-order, so as I've told you like a million times before, I'm moving at the end of June. So ideally, I've already planned when I'm going to dye the colorway for the pre-orders. So it's going to be around mid-June, and as soon as it's dyed, I'm going to ship the club, the 3 months club, and the June pre-orders. I will do my absolute best to ship as many orders as I can before my move, but it might go and go up until early July, but I will do my best to have them out as soon as possible. I might even ask my daughter for help on that, because it will be the end of the school year for her, and she's very good at preparing orders. What else did I want to share with you guys? I think there was something else. Pre-orders. Oh yeah, fiber shows. So I will be in Porto beginning of June, so that the 3rd and 4th of June, that's Porto, Portugal. I will be very happy to be there for the second time, so I can't wait. And just after, the weekend just after, I will be in Bretagne, so that's Brittany, and it will be in South Bretagne for the Big Woodland Festival, it will be the 2nd edition as well, so very happy to be back there. It's a beautiful part of France, it's by the sea actually, and I mean the weather at this time of year, we have good, although it's Bretagne, so it rains a lot, okay, but maybe, just maybe, we'll get sunny weather, it will be perfect. And that's why the next podcast will be in a while, okay? The next podcast will be on the 19th of June. And by then, my birthday will have happened in between, and I will be 45. Can you believe that, guys? 45. Whew. Slippery slope towards 50, guys. Slippery slope. And that's it. I think that's it. So next podcast on the 19th. And yes, and so shop update today. Pre-orders open in the shop for June, and tomorrow there will be another newsletter. So the newsletter today for the pre-orders of the Sock Knitters Almanac, and tomorrow there will be another newsletter with the link to pre-order the advent calendars. Don't mix the two, and don't think because there's a newsletter today there won't be one tomorrow. There will be two. Newsletter tomorrow is at 7 p.m. for the advent calendar. And also because there was a lot of you guys tell me you loved my Phases sweater by Jennifer Begg. I put some kits in the shop for you in that palette, and also in this palette, which I love so much that I want to knit myself another one. And the pattern actually calls for 90% of the sizes. It calls for the same amount of yarn. The same amount of skeins of yarn. So if you have a very small size or the top size, you can contact me to adjust the kit, but the kits are covering like 90% of the sizes as they are in the shop. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching until the end, and I'll see you on the 19th, hopefully on the 19th of June. Take care, bye. Or maybe I'll see you in Porto.